We've got actor Ryan Haake, our game I Don't Give a Fuck, and Tinder vs. Tigers today on It's Complicated.
You're listening to It's Complicated with your hosts Jennifer Golden and Lauren Leonelli, coming to you live from the AfterBuzz TV studios in Los Angeles, California.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of It's Complicated.
The struggle is real when you're dating in the city.
I was so committed. I'm Lauren.
I'm Jen. And today our drink of the day is Nosotros Tequila.
Which we don't currently have with us
but
yet.
But it'll be coming with our guest who is part owner of the company. And so, you know, here's the thing. Tequila, it's strong, it's white. And it makes you want to take your clothes off, just like our guest. We haven't met him yet. Maybe we'll take our clothes off. You'll see. It's all coming to a screen near you in a second.
And he's the partner of the brand of tequila he's bringing. So
we're gonna drink tequila this morning. We don't normally do that.
I have a very hard time with tequila, so this is going to be interesting. But we have Ryan Haake in the studio. Ryan Haake, yes, he was born in LA, but he had this nomadic lifestyle. We'll ask him why. Maybe he was an army brat, but he moved around to like all the corners of the U.S. He lived in Florida, Jersey, Vermont, and ended up in Northern California. But in ninth grade, he was like at his ninth school, so he's obviously very good at blending in and meeting people and things. So we're gonna have to talk to him about that and how that works for him dating and things. But he, is also into extreme sports, and so we're gonna really get to know this guy.
Oh yeah, he was born to a mother who had a passion for theater and grandparents who themselves had a run of good fortune in Hollywood. Guys, Ryan was immersed in the creative world at the age of 5. He found himself backstage at his mom's plays. He was also scampering around the set of his grandfather's small unknown TV show, Who's the Boss?
I mean, my favorite show.
Only a small little unknown show. So if you guys have seen it, which you probably haven't, it was only on TV forever.
And it was amazing.
And it was Tony Danza's,
Tony Danza.
Claim to fame, and Alyssa Milano and all the peeps.
Yeah.
Judith Light. I could just keep going on.
Yeah. This is good.
So anyway, guys, this is just a glimpse into the world of like what he grew up in. And so that created his passion for the acting world. But that wouldn't reveal itself until later when he decided to make his way back to LA and pursue acting, producing, directing, all of the stuff.
Jeez, there's so much he does. So the acting world, he is now on Tyler Perry's hit drama If Loving You Is Wrong, and he's executive producing and starring in Droned. It's a series that follows a drone company of which Ryan is part owner, and it showcases all the drones and the customizations and the jobs that they do and the drone crew. And he's got his plate full. He's in TV and film on both sides of the camera. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and he's also snowboarding and surfing and riding mountain bikes and motorcycles. I think he's actually riding a motorcycle right now, guys, on his way to us, holding some tequila bottles. So we'll see how that works out. Yeah. He's obviously good at multitasking.
Yeah.
So, he's great at, he also does martial arts, working on cars and trucks, and he also, guys, gives back to the community.
If he's not perfect enough already, he does. This sounds like a made-up person, but
I think he must be awake for all of the hours of the day, because who can get all of this done? I don't know. We'll find out. He helps with a couple of guys and gals give back and waves for water. Man.
It's just he can't stop, won't stop. So we're going to get Ryan in, and we're going to talk about his nomadic lifestyle and if that prevents him from settling down. And if he thinks that men use that lifestyle choice as an excuse, we always say, like, oh, I'm too busy. Like, does he think that's an excuse to remain an eternal bachelor? He is single, so we're going to get to the truth about what he thinks will finally anchor down a guy, or maybe him in particular. And if his tequila makes girls' clothes fall off, because that's what it does.
It does.
Or maybe he
the country song.
He's like a bad combo. Him and that tequila, I don't even know anymore.
Who knows?
Yikes. Yeah. Well, you guys, but first we are going to air our dirty laundry and what we've been up to over this past week. I saw a couple friends at Hotel Cafe, Blake Lewis and Elliot Yamin. They've been on our show before. They sang "It's so nice to be in LA and get to see things like that." Hotel Cafe has some great performers run through. They were awesome. Saturday night, we went to a pop-up dinner. It's called Place Invaders. It's this company that goes to people's private homes, uses the space, pairs a dinner with wine and a chef and you meet new people and it's like kind of a cool experience. We had a fun time. We drank all the wine.
All of it.
Sunday was a lazy day for me. It's my kind of day. Literally just like hung out at my boyfriend's house and relaxed and like napped and got takeout from the Great Greek and then watched the Ozarks. And I love Jason Bateman. And I know you don't really like the show, but I'm only one episode in and I like it so far.
Well, I had a similar weekend because I was with you one of those nights. Friday night, I just went to dinner and had a really nice dinner. It was nice after like a long week. Yeah. And then Sunday, I actually did have a lazy day during the day. I watched the rest of The Last Tycoon, which, by the way, guys, if you like old Hollywood, that's the show for you because it's on Amazon. It's like basically about the 30s and what it was like to be a development executive or run a studio, and you know how they did like picture deals for like their talent, and they would actually craft
like Rita Hayworth and that.
Yeah, and they would turn them into a star.
Yes, they would. They would
manufacture them. And it was
that's where how Max Factor started too. The makeup guy, he was like the guy that turned everybody into Max Factor's a person. So he turned like Rita Hayworth into Rita Hayworth, like all the makeup and the hairline, and you know how they talk about all the like procedures that they did. All the
things. Yeah. Oh, and like somebody that had no singing and dancing abilities, they would make them the next tap dancer of the world. Like it's just very, very interesting. It's also around the time of like the World War and like the Holocaust starting and like the World War. There were a couple. So one of them happened to be part of this movie.
And it was
this show.
A big deal.
9 episodes. Go home now and watch. Watch it after the show.
Okay,
you
great.
watch it right after because it's so fantastic. So anyway, that's what I did. Then I had family dinner for my aunt's birthday. And this coming weekend, we have a big extravaganza for her. We're going to the Malibu Wine Safari, and then we're going to the old place for dinner. And it's like
I love
6
the old
girls.
Place.
I've never been. It was my suggestion, though.
Great.
So we're doing that. And tonight I have a girlfriend in town from New York. She's my childhood best friend from when we were 14 years old. 12 years old.
Yeah. That was only like 2 years ago. So.
Yeah, exactly. So like we're gonna like hang out at a young place where 21-year-olds you can only be 21 to get in, and we're still like 16. So,
but it's fine. You have a fake ID,
right? So there we go.
Okay.
Anyway,
great.
guys, we're gonna pack up our emotional baggage and meet our favorite celebrities in the baggage claim,
guys.
Where my friend Rebecca will also be today. So
yes,
the Pratt spat.
Oh God.
I don't know if it's a spat so much anymore as much of a divorce.
Poor
sad
Anna Faris and Chris Pratt.
Yeah, guys, is it that he got too famous? What is it?
I don't know. He seemed so like down to earth.
He was when he was a little chunkier.
I know.
Now he's this big Avengers type guy. He was in Jurassic Park, Passengers. He's been everywhere. Guardians of the Galaxy. He's all over the place. And so they met on the set in like 2008 of Take Me Home Tonight or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, so anyway, they have one kid. They've been together for like 8 years. They are now calling it quits, and it's sad. And they wrote that they're like, we're really disappointed. It's not that we are happy about this. We're not like, this is just sad.
I wonder if they're going to be like Ben and Jen, where they're like still fine with each other.
I hope so. They have a kid, and they said that this kid has 2 parents that love the kid, and they.
It's sort of a stock answer, though.
I know.
We'll see what really happens.
Like a catchphrase.
But Aaron Carter, you guys, he wants it that way and that way because he is admitting to, I guess, bisexuality. I don't really know.
It's so vague, but that's what it sounds like.
So he's saying that he, discovered at a young age that he, thought he liked boys and girls, and he then had a sexual experience with a guy when he was like in his late teens, and he just wants to come out about it. Like, it's not a big deal. Doesn't really like define him. He's just saying like, this is my experience, and he just broke up with a girl, but that comes right after he got a DUI. So he's going through some things. He's in the public eye, and I think maybe he just kind of felt like he needed to express some emotional things that are coming from him, and maybe why, that he might be drinking, and who knows what. If it explains some hardships maybe, and he might be trying to help other people with it too.
I think he is doing a great thing because he's sort of following on the tails of Taylor Bennett, Chance the Rapper's little brother, who just did the same thing and came out as bisexual, which I didn't realize like coming out as bisexual was essentially like coming out as gay. It's like you're coming out with information that is not, I am hetero.
Right.
So it is news.
Right.
And it will help other people, I think, feel more comfortable in coming out with whatever
Especially
is going
men.
on
I
with
think it's as much of a weird stigma as it is that. I'm not saying I agree, but I think that if a man admits to being with a man, it's different than a woman to admit she's being with a woman. And I don't know why people think that. I don't really.
Amber Heard was a lesbian at some point, and now she's not.
And no one's like fucking cares about that.
Anne Heche was once a lesbian, remember? Her and Ellen, they look the same.
Oh my God.
Now she's married to that dude, and they have got kids.
Well, I mean, maybe. So anyway, he's just like, it is what it is. Like, it's sort of, I kind of like, I mean, it's vague, but I kind of like that he's sort of like blasé about it because it's like not that big of a deal.
Yeah, he's like, I like guys and girls. Okay, move on.
Do what you're going to do. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
I want to know who he had the experience with, though, because he says he's in the industry.
But it was also years ago.
Maybe it was Lance Bass.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Who knows? Maybe. Anyway, guys, another housewife marriage bites the dust.
Are we fucking surprised?
No, in fact, so we found out actually last week after our show. We got out and went into the studio, and I was like,
Luann
and Tom are getting divorced, as though they were my friends, and we've been waiting for this news for so long. But it's the news like that we knew was coming.
Yeah,
and it came way sooner than we thought. 7 months later. After they've been married.
So the finale just happened. Okay, so we're gonna end on that and go into our reality recap because we just had the finale for the New York Housewives. It's also on the cusp of OC starting. And I just need to say, as a comparison, like the women of OC are like kind of all in marriages. OC and New York are so different.
Yeah.
First of all, they're like totally
brunette
different,
and blonde.
totally different worlds. A and B, they like all the OC women are in relationships, and none of the New York women are actually housewives. But it's funny.
They should be the real divorcees of New York.
I know, but Luann, I like that at the party that Tinsley had for Sonia, Tom and Missy were there, and he was like, "I'm gonna unmic myself." To talk about it, he said, "Yeah, we'll talk about last time we saw each other. Let me unplug this."
I didn't even notice that, but I think
I
was like half watching.
Let me unplug this," and demiked himself. And then when we saw previews for the reunion that's coming up, Luann said, "Well, Missy always shows up at parties because you invite her, Sonia or Ramona." And Ramona said, "No, I don't." So it sounds like there was something happening between them still.
Interesting. Also, don't you think that maybe the producers of the show invite Missy?
Or of course, probably, but it doesn't sound like
it's over.
Ramona, as crazy as she is part of all of that.
Right, and we also found out that Ramona wasn't necessarily the culprit for releasing information about Tinsley to the news.
Sonia, yes.
Well, she said that Ramona
did it.
She's like, I don't actually think Ramona was the culprit.
And I can't believe that Bethany and Ramona are like normal. It's so weird. And they're
the whole thing is weird.
They're the weirdest.
They are all seemingly getting along, though, which is nice.
I know. Well, after all that tequila in Mexico.
And the crying and everyone fighting with Bethany.
How weird was Bethany and Ramona's conversation in the pool while Bethany was buck naked the whole time?
Right, and like
so
both
weird.
of them crying.
They were drunk as hell.
Yeah, but you know what? Whatever. I'm glad they made up. Weird about Dorinda lashing out on Bethany too.
Oh my God, Dorinda is so funny when she's drunk.
She is
and
so
she yells,
weird.
And you do the things, and I don't even know what to do with the things in the thing. That's how she sounds.
Like a drunk duck.
It's like, what
so
are
weird.
you even saying?
I don't know.
Bethany was doing like the orchestra.
Yeah, all right.
I mean, they're pretty fucking entertaining.
They are.
OC is getting pretty good, though, guys. So keep watching, and we'll keep like updating you on our thoughts about it because things are getting quite interesting on that, too.
And we're going to see the reunion coming up for New York. I can't wait because that's going to be a real good time.
Oh, it's going to be a fucking shit show.
I can't wait. And also, guys, the wait is over. The Bachelorette is done.
Oh, stupidest thing ever. That guy won by default. I don't even know what to say. That show was just jumped the shark bad. 8 seasons ago.
Listen, she didn't pick him because she wanted him. Peter said, I don't want to get
engaged.
The
other guy was completely and totally right with what he said, and she should have gone for him because he's a normal person.
Right. And listen, I get that the idea of the show is that somebody ends in an engagement, but here's the thing. It's like a short time frame that maybe somebody's like, I live in the real world and I'm not ready to get engaged, but I definitely like you enough to see that we should keep dating.
Yes.
But she wanted to get engaged. And I honestly believe that it's partially because of their ego and because they're like, well, I went on the show to get engaged. I can't leave the show
don't want
not
me.
engaged.
Yeah, if you don't want me like that, then whatever. Her ring was very pretty, though.
Oh, yeah. I was like, finally, we did one right. It wasn't like ostentatious with like diamonds everywhere.
Yeah, it was
in the
just a
tiniest
pear
little thing.
shape, which I don't normally go for, but it was pretty.
I loved it. I thought it was beautiful.
Yeah.
But anyway, also Bachelor in Paradise starts Monday, so we have something good to look forward
And
to.
if you didn't make it out of The Bachelor, then you can go on Tinder, because now there is a Tinder versus Tigers controversy happening. You have a lot of opinions about this. So before our guest comes in, Jen.
So Tinder, and they're basically saying don't swipe right on people with photos of tigers because of PETA coming down on them, and they're saying, you know, like enough. Like let's swipe right on photos with like people hiking or doing something in
If
nature.
you like nature,
Right.
then yeah, because it's like, you know, these animals should be in the wild, and when they're held in captivity and you're showing pictures like petting them and they're like on, you know, quaaludes and shit so
Right.
that they
They're
don't
drugged.
attack. It's not, you know, I mean, listen, I really want to pet a tiger. I really, really want to pet
Yeah.
a tiger, but I know that it's not the nicest thing in the world.
Okay, here's my thought on the tiger photos with Tinder. Why is that a thing? Enough of the tigers.
now it
I've never
became-
walked
it
down the
bec-
street in my life before Tinder existed and thought, I only want to date a guy that hangs out with tigers.
Because it became a thing.
Right.
So now that Mochi's barking.
We have a
because our
tiny
guest
tiger
just
in the
came
studio.
Okay.
Her name is Mochi.
Ryan, scoot over so you
the
can
middle.
see yourself in that camera,
Yeah.
and then put your and you have tequila. Okay, wait, before you hook yourself on,
Yeah, give us some
Give
tequila.
us tequila. Although I am scared of what is this?
Yeah.
Tequila is so hard for
Relax.
me.
Oh no, this is going to be really easy
Oh,
for you. We're new to market this year.
Do you see how he said that? This is going to be really
Yeah, I
easy
don't
for
know.
you.
We're gonna mix it with this.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
scared. Okay, will you just pour?
Yeah,
wait,
pour
what
it.
do we do?
We're on air and
here.
no one can hear you. They can only hear us talking
Okay.
right
No,
now.
So
oh my god, just
we'll
a little.
react
Just a little.
as this goes down.
Ah, okay, that's
This
good.
is actually double gold best in class at the San Francisco World
What?
Spirit Competition. So
Wait, you're gonna have
Oh.
to say that again when you get on the microphone. He's
Okay,
telling us
okay.
about all how
And you
how
can take one
his
of those over there
tequila
with you if you
has
want.
won some stuff that's real important.
Okay, what, Marissa?
Middle of the couch.
Middle of the couch,
is
please,
what-
sir.
Okay, great. So here
Oh my
we go,
god.
guys.
Oh my god. Here's
You
the
can see it.
Nosotros tequila.
This is the drink of the day we've been telling you about.
Oh my god, thank you.
Yay!
You're the best.
You go right there,
right in the middle.
and you line yourself up with this.
Look
camera
at yourself in the camera.
above my head,
And then
Okay.
yeah, and then put the microphone in front of your, you know, like Britney Spears.
Okay.
All right, you're in.
Obviously
He's
practice
in.
that.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's, you know, we're making it happen, guys.
Like it.
I'm
Okay.
like winding down right now. I just made it from Hermosa in 50 minutes on my motorcycle.
Yeah, I
in
almost-
rush hour and stop for gas.
I almost wrote you to drive
Holy shit.
safely.
Like MotoGP. Just
Oh,
brah, brah.
oh my god. Okay, well, I'm glad you
It's
made
fun,
it here
though.
safely.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you.
poured a little bit of this in that cup for you, so if you want to mix or grab this or do or whatever, you don't have
you
to.
can bartend yourself there.
Oh no, yeah, I will tend to
And
myself.
I'm scared
Cheers.
of this. I have a hard time with tequila.
So do I.
Ryan.
I usually throw up. But
well,
okay,
this
it'll be great.
is going to be an easy intro for you, I promise.
All right, guys.
Oh god.
Well,
It's not mixed.
Yeah, it's just floating on top. You probably should have stuck your finger in there.
Okay.
I poured a little of this experience
Okay,
on top.
so I drank really bad tequila. Let me preface this. Like
Recently.
probably 2 months ago, and
Oh.
I had like 5 margaritas, and it was like bad
Yeah.
tequila.
Yeah.
And the next day, I was the most hungover I've ever been in my life. I never
that sugar
I
in the
never,
margs?
Yeah,
Ooh.
and
Yeah.
I never threw up, but I woke up in the morning and felt like such shit. I literally cried. I was like, I feel horrible. Like I
Yeah.
was so mad at how bad I felt that I cried.
I can see why that's sitting with you to this day. That sounds horrible.
Yeah.
So-
I usually just throw it up.
Just throw it up. All right.
I'm
well,
like, out
That
you go.
probably would have
I
helped.
want to promise you, if we can actually like go out after this and you can get a proper tasting of our
Okay.
tequila, you will not feel like you got run over by a truck and want to die the next
Great.
day.
I mean,
Okay,
it's
promise.
beautiful too. Okay, so
yeah, let's talk about it. Also,
Yeah.
okay, the name, Nosotros, which means we in Spanish.
Exactly. So our full name is La Historia de Nosotros. So it's the story of us, right?
Oh,
that's
man.
so cute.
Now I want to drink all of it.
So we're telling our story, and we hope people that are drinking our tequila tell us their story. So that's why we have that cool little enjoyed by on the back.
Oh my
That
god!
back label.
Yes, you guys look.
So
What
we want
great
people
branding.
we want people to like put who they are with, the date, the occasion, all that kind of stuff.
What?
That
So a cool
is
little keepsake.
such a good idea. Collect stories, not things. Nosotros tequila.
Yeah.
Very cute.
And those are our awards we just won at the 2017 San Francisco World Spirit Competition. We got
Ooh.
double gold and best in class for our Blanco. We're new to market this year as of January.
Guys.
And our Reposado was aging at the time, so we couldn't submit it. But we just
there it
got it
is.
out of 11 months in French oak, and it's delicious.
Okay, so now why is Reposado? What?
The difference?
Yeah, what is
so
that?
a Blanco is going to go straight from distillation into the bottle, no aging process.
Okay.
And a lot of people that are like really true tequila drinkers prefer a Blanco because you taste more of the agave.
Sure.
And then with a Reposado or an Añejo, it's aged in oak barrels, so
And that's
it
why
pulls
it's
out
not
flavors
clear.
from
Is that
exactly.
what people sip?
Yeah, but ours is so smooth. I honestly prefer to sip our Blanco than to shoot it.
Interesting.
Okay.
And is this why it's clear because it's straight from the agave and then that like sits in a thing?
Straight from the distillation.
And that
this
sits
was
in the
sitting
barrel.
11 months in French oak and toasted. Yeah.
Shit.
So, yeah.
That actually sounds good.
It
No,
is
well, when
really
you say
good.
anything French, I'm like, okay, fine, I'll try.
Hadn't
French
French.
tequila.
Yeah.
You know, French
Fair
tequila.
enough.
It's totally
I'm
like,
into that.
normal.
Yeah.
Sounds fancy.
But a couple other cool things about our brand is that we practice sustainable farming. So what makes our flavor so unique is we do a blend of highland and lowland agave.
Oh.
And there's 2 regions in tequila. And just like champagne, tequila has to come from Tequila Jalisco. Yeah, it's a
Right, yeah.
regional thing. So we take 50% blend of highland agave and lowland agave, and it blends the 2 flavors. Highland's usually sweeter. I'm super pitching you guys right now. I'm so sorry.
No,
We want to know.
want it, yeah.
All I'm thinking is like, how did you become so educated in this, and
Well,
why did you start a tequila company?
I can get to that later
Yeah,
too.
I'm like,
But tequila is really one of the only spirits I drink because it's not technically a stimulant, but
Yeah.
it is a stimulant.
Sure, for the
And that's
alcohol,
why everyone's
yeah.
like, I get so crazy on tequila. I'm like, because it wants you
It's
to have
not
a
a
good
downer.
time.
Yeah, exactly.
that little, what is it? A little worm inside of it?
That's
usually?
old school.
Wait,
That's
why
like,
do people do that?
I've never seen that. I've seen one bottle with a worm in it, and the person said the bottle was from like 35 years ago.
But like, why did they do that?
I'm not
like
sure. It must have been a Mexican tradition. I
Okay.
actually would like to learn about that.
Well, I
'cause
think
it is
you
a
eat
really,
the
really
worm,
cool-
and the worm's supposed to change your
luck-
life. Or it's like
lucky too,
yeah.
I believe. When you get to the bottom, you're the person that finished the bottle, obviously. So maybe it has something to do with luck.
Oh, okay. It's a
Don't quote me on
euphemism.
that.
No,
but-
yeah.
I drank an entire bottle of tequila. Now I'm lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that I
exactly.
don't die.
Right. Ugh. But this is awesome. Okay, so and have you been to Tequila?
I have not. So I
Okay.
came in to Nosotros about October of last year. And actually, we came together through social media, believe it or
Oh,
not.
fun.
So before we went to market, Carlos was actually looking for somebody to kind of be more of a brand ambassador
Of course,
for it.
his name's Carlos.
But he's from Costa Rica. No offense, Carlos. You're not Mexican.
But still.
Just kidding. Carlos is the man. He is such a sweet guy. But he reached out to me through Instagram because the lifestyle and image I portray, which is truthful, a lot of social media is not very truthful.
Right.
I'm like outgoing, adventurous, living life to its fullest, balanced, still like to have a good time, but stay fit and just like paying it forward as well.
Collecting memories.
Collecting memories,
Yeah.
exactly. And they reached out to me. We set up a little breakfast meeting at Uncle Bill's in Manhattan Beach.
How cute. You'd think you'd meet over like tequila or something.
Right. Yeah, we met at like 10 a.m. No tequila. Although, what time is it now?
Yeah.
10:30, and we're drinking some tequila.
Yeah, we
But,
are.
excuse me.
That's awesome that he reached out to you because he wanted you to you were like representing what he thought like
You were the
someone that would
chosen
Yeah,
drink.
I know. I'm so grateful for the opportunity. So when we met, what I thought would be like a 30, 45-minute breakfast, like, yeah, peace out later, turned into a 3-hour, just like we hit it off. Vibe super well. I look at him like a little brother now.
Okay.
But really, really cool guy. And I showed a lot more interest in just being an ambassador. Like I wanted to come in as, a partner and really help blow this brand up because before I even tasted it, I just believed in the brand.
Sure.
I love the fact that, so another cool aspect, aside from the sustainable farming of the crop rotation, is we're a sponsor for Waves for Water.
And that's
And
how you're involved with that.
And that's
okay.
a nonprofit that was founded by surfers. I'm a surfer, to go around the world providing clean drinking water for communities in need.
My
That's
dad,
great.
my dad
Yeah, it's
probably knows
really,
about that.
really
My
cool.
dad's a surfer too. I'm
Yeah,
sure
he would definitely know.
Yeah.
Definitely know.
Yeah.
So whenever someone's drinking some of our tequila, somebody's getting some clean drinking water too.
See, that's
so you're
great.
You're part of a bigger picture.
I've been saying I need to find a purpose because I went to this really awesome event last week called Worlds, and I'm like, I need a purpose, and I was like, we should get into some kind of
I agree.
community service thing, and what would make sense? Alcohol and giving
Alcohol
water.
and giving back.
So call us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I mean,
this is just the beginning. so-
Right.
This is just the
Yeah,
beginning.
yeah.
Okay, so you are originally from LA, but you moved. Why are you? So are you an army brat? What was the deal?
Well, it's funny, kind of. My dad was in the military, but before I was born.
Okay.
And but my parents are split up. So growing up with my mom, with my dad a little bit, but mostly with my mom, she's just kind of a nomad.
Okay.
I love her to death, but I think she was always just looking for the best thing for us. So
Okay.
she's like, I'm not really feeling this. Let's try this. I'm not really feeling this. Let's try
Hey,
that.
that's cool.
And I love her for it because it put me in situations where I was like fish out of water and I had to adapt. So
Totally.
now I can get thrown into any situation and be like, all right, this is cool, or I don't really like it, so I'm out of here.
It's
You know?
good.
You're
Life
okay with
skill.
change, obviously.
Change is fine.
And
Although
do you feel like you can tell like right away if like the vibe of a situation or a person you can
you learn to read situations really
quicker?
quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you ended up in Northern California for a little
high
bit.
school,
Okay,
yeah.
where? Because I'm
Which
from
was-
the Bay Area too.
Oh, really? Okay. It was a blessing in disguise. At first, it sucked because
Right.
I lived with my dad for 2 years before I went back to live with my mom up north. And I was in LA, city boy,
Uh-huh.
like, but not in a great part of LA. Not gonna lie, I was like fighting with gang members already at like
God.
7th grade. It was gnarly. This is in the Valley. I was
Okay, of course.
at Milliken Middle School, which is now a magnet school for the
Yeah.
performing arts, which
Right.
is awesome. But back
Yeah.
in the day,
It wasn't.
It went up to 9th grade, and some of those 9th graders probably could have been sophomores in college.
Shit.
Wow.
Like, it was a heavy school, like a lot of scraps each and every day. But yeah, my mom came back to California, and things I had to leave LA, so I moved in with my mom, and it was just such a culture shock. 'Cause I go from
it's so
being
different.
going from being in the big city to literally BFE. It's a
Wait,
little
where-
county called Amador County.
Oh, I didn't even know
and I'm
where that
super
is.
grateful for that experience too. Do you know Kirkwood Ski Resort? Are you a skier, snowboarder?
No, I have, but
So you've got Lake Tahoe up
Yeah.
here, and then you've got Sacramento
Okay,
here and Stockton here.
Oh, yeah.
If you kind of like went right in the middle, triangulated
my
it,
God.
it's up there. The whole county, when I was there, only had 25,000 people in it.
whoa.
Yeah, I was just like, what do I do?
And you were there for all of high school?
Yeah, so I got there for 8th grade, so I finished
Okay.
up middle school up there, and then went to Amador High School in Sutter Creek.
Okay.
And it was awesome. Like
Wait,
at
Sutter
first-
Creek wine is from there.
Yes, exactly. So
Okay.
Shenandoah Valley, down from Sutter Creek. It's almost like the Napa of the foothills now.
Okay.
Oh.
Huge, huge wine
And that's how
country.
you got into like extreme sports and things, or
Yeah,
whatever,
so-
outdoorsy things.
Well, okay, I can backtrack a little bit. In 5th grade, we moved to Vermont.
Oh, okay.
And we were in LA at the time. So I'll give you a really, really quick rundown. Born in LA, preschool, kindergarten, 1st grade in Florida. Back to LA for
Where in
second.
Florida?
That was on the Gulf Coast. That was like Bradenton, Sarasota.
Oh, I'm from Miami. So.
Most of my family's actually in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, how funny.
Yeah, so love Florida.
Yeah.
Love Florida. So Florida, preschool, kindergarten, 1st grade. Back to LA for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grade. Beginning of 5th grade. Then we went to Vermont for 5th grade. Beginning of 6th grade, I came back to LA. My mom was still out there in LA for the rest of 6th grade and 7th grade. My mom came out. We went to Northern California.
Whoa.
How do you even remember
for
all
8th
this?
grade. Yeah, sometimes it just like clicks. Sometimes I'm like, wait, where was I?
Where were you? Yeah.
And then 8th grade at Jackson Junior High, and then 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th at Amador High School.
Whoa.
It's a lot
So-
a lot.
But
of
when
moving.
it was a lot
Did
of
you
moving.
live out of a
but-
suitcase? Like,
yeah, it was a lot of times we were just in boxes for the year.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding. But Mom, I'm not throwing you under the bus. If you're watching this, I love you to death. It was a lot of fun growing up, so that's all I want to say.
And it gave you such great life skills too,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, no, absolutely. One thing though from that I don't like to do to this day is say goodbye.
Oh.
I just like to say see you later, because goodbyes.
you actually
there was a lot of
don't say
goodbyes
goodbye.
growing up. Yeah,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
I don't like that because it feels so final.
Oh.
And
And
I
it
just
doesn't
want
have to be
things
now with social media. You can stay in touch with just about anybody.
100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like I
Yeah.
was just saying, my best friend from middle school, she moved around a lot. She was my 12-year-old best friend. She now lives in New York, and she's coming to stay with me tonight.
But wait, I have a
That's
question.
so
Yeah.
cool.
I have a question for you. If you're like breaking up with somebody, do you not say goodbye? Are you the type that likes
Yeah,
to
right.
stay
Just
friend?
linger on.
When
It's
do
Like,
you-
I'll see you
No.
soon, but like
Okay,
not for dinner
so
or anything.
yeah, right. So because of the fact that I grew up all over the place, I never really had the opportunity to get into a really serious relationship like that until later on in my life. And my first real relationship went to like 0 to 100. Got engaged in like 3 months.
Stop
Stayed together
it.
for 3.5 years. But it was an awesome experience. We're no longer together.
Okay.
But we were both in each other's lives for a very important reason.
Okay.
And
Why do you think that is in hindsight?
for me, I always had like these dreams and aspirations, but I wasn't really putting in the work that I needed to get to them. And so when she was in my life, now I had somebody I really cared for, and I wanted to provide a good life for them. So it like lit that fire.
Got it.
So I was like, all right, let's.
The
freaking do
motivation
this.
to actually follow through.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
exactly.
great.
Yeah, and for her, I think it was a bit of grounding because I was just like more free spirit. Even though I'm a punk rock kid, kind of hippie when it comes to love, like. Just like, all we need is love, babe. Come on, we don't need all this superficial, materialistic stuff. But like, there does come a point where, yeah, you need some money to be secure.
I mean, it
Right.
would be
Just,
lovely to live that
yeah,
romantic
yeah,
idea, but it's
exactly.
just not realistic.
So I just brought, I think, her back to a more
Okay.
grounded level because
Okay.
she had lived a pretty cool life later on in life.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
So,
All
yeah.
right.
How long ago was that?
2.5 years, 2 years ago, we broke up.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you feel like it took you time to like deconnect from that?
Oh, that was so gnarly. That was
Yeah,
so gnarly
the
of a
worst.
process to go through. You're just
Yeah.
like, I never wish heartbreak on anyone. Like you call yourself out on it too because you're stuck in this emotional cloud and storm, and you can almost look at yourself from the exterior and go like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah,
like,
totally.
why are you acting and thinking that way? And you just say how to write it out.
I think
You
the
really
ability
do.
to do that, to look at yourself from the outside, even though you're feeling the things you're feeling, is what's going to get you to that end goal faster anyway. That
For sure.
ability
Right.
to look in.
Well, you have to be self-aware, because if you're not, that's how you make mistakes over and over.
and
over.
that's
Yeah.
how you
Yeah.
continue to stay in a situation that's probably not working. And you
Yes.
obviously had the ability to get out of it. And for whatever reason, it wasn't working for you guys.
Right.
But I mean, it is hard. Heartbreak is like the worst.
Oh my
But
God.
that's
It's like
a
back
situation.
pain. Never wish it on anybody.
That's a
It's like back
situation
pain.
where you have to say goodbye, though, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, as hard as it is, and you really have to say goodbye.
Yeah.
You have to. Some people want to be able to like kind of hold on to it for a little bit longer, but if you truly want to like get over a situation, you almost have to quit
Time
it
and
cold
space.
turkey.
Yeah.
Time and
like,
space.
Disconnect on, and now it's really hard because of social media.
It is
You're
hard.
so
Right.
connected,
And there's
they keep
bids
on
for
popping up in your life. And you're
there's
like,
bids for
"Ugh."
attention constantly, and there's
Yeah.
a couple choices you have when that happens. You can turn towards, you can turn away, or you can ignore. And I think that ignoring or turning away is like the way you have to go for a second after. Create
let
the
yourself
time and
heal.
space,
Right.
and then now, are you able to be friends with her now, or are you guys not?
I mean, we don't even really talk, to be
Okay, so
honest.
it's
Like,
been
if we
long
saw
enough,
each
yeah.
other, it'd be super
Yeah.
civil. There wouldn't
Yeah,
be
of course.
any,
Of
Yeah.
course.
Isn't it
Okay.
the weirdest thing ever? Like, there, for a moment in time, that
You're
person
so close.
is the most important person to you. And they are
Unbelievably.
literally like the other you in the world that you go to for everything, and then they're not there anymore.
and then that's it.
You feel so lost.
Yeah.
You're just like, what do I do? Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, time heals.
Right.
for
Okay,
sure.
and
And
so-
it's the cliche that no one wants to hear, because they're like, I hurt so bad, enough with your time.
Yeah.
And then it's
Yeah,
like, no,
exactly.
but really though.
But it
And
really
I
is.
remember people saying that to me at the
You're
time,
like, "Shut
and now
up."
I can say that to people, and they're
Exactly.
like, just yeah.
So you
Like,
feel
we
like
promise.
you're in a good place. You're single.
so
You're
good.
dating. You're
Yeah, single, dating. Not dating so much, to be honest, because I'm kind of busy.
yeah.
And
You mean with all the things you're doing? With like
like
Tequila company,
a
the
million
drones,
things, yeah.
the-
Oh yeah, so pretty busy, and I get distracted easily with with relationships because
Okay.
I learned a lot too towards the end of that relationship of like ignoring the relationship. So I think now I kind of like overcompensate and give too much in the
Okay.
beginning. So
Okay.
it distracts me from what I was
Sure.
working on at
Finding
the
a
time.
balance. We talk
Right.
about that a lot
Balance
on
is
this show.
huge.
It's hard to
Huge.
do
Yeah.
because when
Yeah.
you like are really interested in something,
you want it
want
100%
Right.
all
Totally.
the time.
Yeah.
But I mean, really, the relationship can be after the 9 to 5. Like, not that your job is necessarily
you're
9
probably
to 5.
not 9 to 5.
No, but
No,
at
it's
the
like
same
24/7 through 65.
Right. But I mean, you know, you could.
But I love it.
You can compartmentalize a little bit and like organize,
And
or maybe that's just the way I.
No, but I
organize my
also
life.
think that something like that is a constant maintenance. It's not like, oh, today I figured it out, now
Right.
I'm good. Like tomorrow's going to be different.
Right.
Your hours are going to be different. There's going to be a problem. Someone's going to be mad. Or whatever.
A schedule doesn't exist really.
No.
Yeah.
It's constantly evolving.
Constantly
like, you're
having-
trying to set something up and something comes up.
Totally.
And yeah.
So when you're like promoting this, and like obviously you've got to go to events and you've got to like meet people and have them try your tequila. Like, do you meet a lot of girls that way?
Yeah, there's a lot of like I mean when you're socializing you meet a lot of people. And
Especially
a lot of those
with-
people happen to be girls. And when you, yeah. So right now it is a good thing to be single because when I'm in a relationship I'm loyal. So I don't want to be going out because I'm not going to do anything, but then you still get the grief. There's a line in Entourage that's like, why do I want to deal with the grief without the fun of the pussy?
Hey.
Like, sorry.
Yeah.
No,
So
don't be
like
sorry.
that's it's such an epic Ari Gold line from Entourage, but it's
It's
true,
true,
right?
right.
And I don't want to be unfair to anyone and create that stress on their end,
Right.
and it's not fair.
Being single works for you right now with this. It goes kind of hand in hand,
Right.
it feels like.
Yeah.
I feel, I
Yeah.
think.
It's
But what
fun.
do you think about, like, people say all the time, like, oh, you know, I just right now I've got to put career first. I don't have time for anything else. Like, is that an excuse because you don't like the person you're telling it to?
Yeah.
I think sometimes it can be.
It can be.
Yeah, it definitely can be. It's like, what's that fake number that you can give out to people? And they
I don't
call
know,
and
like,
675-309.
yeah, basically. And then it calls up, and
Yeah.
it's such a mean thing to do.
And it's a
I had
voicemail.
that happen to me one time. I was
No.
just like, this is kind of funny. I shared it with my boys. I was like, look at this. Look what I just got.
Oh my
It's kinda
God,
funny.
sad. See, it even happens to people like him, guys.
I know,
Don't
but
feel bad
also,
about it.
like, why doesn't someone just say, I'm sorry, I'm not going to give you my number?
Or just give them 86753.
309.
And then if they
There
know
you
what
go.
that is, then they're kind of cool, and then you do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
done that
that's the
before.
test.
Right.
That's
I
like
did
the-
that
the
one
first
time, but I
test.
put my area code first. So I was like 818-867-5309. I said 0. And they were like, oh, and what's your name, Jenny? Sad. No, I mean, whatever. Sometimes you just don't want to be mean.
No,
better
you
to
shouldn't
be
be
nice.
mean. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you on any dating apps or just no?
No, I swear. Like,
Never been?
Never been. And my friends
Really?
are like talking about Bumble, and I'm like, wait, so is it left or right? And like, what is this?
Oh
all this
my
stuff?
God.
Yeah.
Why do you feel like you've never gone on them?
I don't know.
You just don't.
It never really interested me.
I'm sure you probably don't have
Like,
trouble
go-
meeting people.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're social enough and you're going out,
Yeah.
you're
Right.
gonna meet people.
Yeah.
Although I do like the fact of, although they seem more like hookup sites now, but you kind of get the BS out of the way.
Yeah, that's true.
And
Right.
especially with Bumble, because the girl has to accept you, right?
Right.
They
Is
have
that
to
the
talk
deal?
to you first, which is
Yeah.
Right.
exactly why I'm not on that one. I will not write first.
So
'cause
which
I
one are
don't-
you on?
What am I on again? Hinge.
Oh, yeah.
Hinge.
And
Everyone go to Hinge right now.
exactly.
Oh my God.
And the League.
Yeah.
The League? What's the League?
It basically connects to LinkedIn, so like
Oh, okay.
it's people with jobs.
Little. Oh, that's,
Well, hey,
see?
that's the thing.
that's
There's
a big
apps
deal.
for everything. There's one for like bacon lovers. So I would be on the one with the people who have jobs.
Yeah, so-
Because, hello,
Hi.
have a job, please.
There's a lot of funny ones out there. Not funny, but
I
very
mean,
focused.
there's an app.
Farmers
Yes.
only.
Farmersonly.com.
Christian Mingle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm not going to.
Black people only.
Oh,
like-
black people only. I should be on that one.
You should.
I
So
should
you have a boyfriend. so.
I know, but when I didn't,
he's
I
white.
should have. And I know it's so
Surprisingly.
weird. I don't know how that happened.
We don't.
It's,
Still trying to
anyway.
figure it out, guys.
It's like
your
the-
mom is in the studio shaking her head.
I know.
This
He's
is your lovely mother.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my mom. Yeah.
So
Take
nice
your
to
mom
see
to
ya.
work day.
Take my mom to
Yes.
work day. Okay, so now when you were in LA, when you were young, you were kind of living on the set of Who's the Boss a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Tell me
So
you had a crush on Samantha Maselli like the rest of the entire world?
when I was like this big, I actually had birthday cake with her on set during her 16th
You were
birthday.
like everybody's wanted to be you.
So it was so cool to be around that, and that's what really like planted that seed for
Yes.
now.
Yeah.
To pursue all that
Do
stuff.
you know the theme song?
I can't sing it. I'm sorry. Gosh, I'm sorry, Gramps.
Wait, you
Marty.
can't. You won't sing it, or you don't know
I
it.
don't know it. I'm like, I know the tune, but I don't know.
There's a
the
time
knows
for
everything,
love
so-
and a time for living. So take a chance and face the wind. Don't get me started. I can sing
No, sing
every.
it.
Oh,
yeah, no,
I'll
I
match
can
you with
keep-
Fresh Prince.
I feel like, well, it's about to be playing. I can tell.
Oh,
I feel
is it?
coming
Marissa, are you getting
really
it?
Soon in
Well,
our lives.
it's. I
Here.
mean, it's the best with the van driving through.
Yes,
the-
exactly. I'm pulling up to the door. Hey, it's
Wait,
Tony
and like the
Danza.
hair towel.
So take a chance and face the wind.
Oh my gosh.
It's so good. Oh my god, this show, you guys.
Wait, the grandma was amazing.
Yeah,
Mona?
Mona.
was amazing. It was such a cutting edge show too. Super progressive. You
It
had
was,
the working
because-
mom. You had a stay at home dad, basically,
Yeah.
Manny.
Totally.
And like it was all the relationship stuff,
Right, and
then
who is the
and the
boss?
sexual tension
and the sexual tension,
and the promiscuous
grandmother. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and
Damn.
he was raising a daughter,
Super progressive.
and then
They
the
should bring it
son-
back to
and she-
Netflix.
it was
That
a
would
good
be awesome.
show.
It should be on Netflix.
You're welcome.
8 seasons.
There you
Really?
go.
Yeah.
Wow.
8 seasons. It ran
Wow.
from 84 to 92.
Oh my god, that show
So
was
why didn't you
good.
make an appearance on that?
I was like this big.
They didn't need like a little kid running around?
Yeah, I could. Well, later on they did have that little kid, right?
Yeah.
Remember? Yeah.
Wait, what little kid?
Uh,
I don't remember that part of the storyline, but whatever. It was a great show, one of my faves, and the theme song. Also, what happened to good theme songs like that?
I don't think there
No
are theme
shows
songs
everything's
anymore.
just ominous tones now.
It's
'cause
so
everything's
Yeah.
like-
It's like-
Like they all had silver spoons, growing pains, family ties. They all had good theme
I
songs.
was going to say
Yeah.
Friends, and I know it's not from that time period.
It's a
but
little
No, but
later, but
that's-
it did.
but
still
it's
really
still-
good. Remember,
That was the
I'll
last-
be there for you.
Yeah, that was the last
like
one.
I've been there before.
TV shows have definitely changed.
They have for sure.
Or
changed.
sitcoms.
Now, speaking of TV shows, so you are on.
Oh yeah, so
Tyler,
Tyler Perry.
Perry.
yeah, whew, man, that guy's a legend. Oh,
Yeah.
my gosh. I'm
He eats
on
dinner alone.
He eats dinner. Why did you see him out somewhere?
Boa.
Oh, he likes boa.
Yeah, he's just always there alone.
Oh,
No,
Sometimes.
maybe
I'm sure he
sometimes
goes there alone,
He just
but-
needs some Tyler Perry time. He's always.
I would
around
want
it,
some
yeah.
of my own time
yeah.
too if I
but
was Tyler Perry.
he's a super good guy, and yeah, the guy's so busy. I would
Yeah.
want some solo time.
Oh my
too.
God, for sure.
Yeah, just like, all right, give me my peace and quiet, and I'll have a nice steak.
Yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean?
it.
Like,
Your
come on.
character started on that show and has like really evolved. So tell us a little bit about that.
So I'm on If Loving You Is Wrong. It's a nighttime drama on OWN. Our new season actually starts, I think, September 19th.
Awesome.
Tuesdays at 9 p.m. I started off in the beginning, just like 5 episodes, not a lot of dialogue. A detective. I was always like a robot in a suit.
Wait,
And
you
then-
got cast as a detective?
My hair is usually a lot shorter. I'm clean shaven. I look like full on FBI detective guy.
Shut up.
This is me like.
That's
au
how you
naturel.
read on camera?
Yeah.
That see, I would not have guessed that.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
very like
Interesting.
procedural drama. Oh, okay.
I can be, but that was what was so cool about what we just shot is because I had actually had personality. Like I have a love interest. I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying this.
What?
just like interpersonal relationships. I'm getting in fights. I'm flirting. I'm having fun.
Great.
I'm on a motorcycle.
Oh,
like,
well,
you get
that's more you.
My character's name is Steven, so you actually
Okay.
get to meet Steven. Whereas
Steven,
before,
not Steve.
Yeah, not Steve. Well, that's Steve. You get to meet Steve. You've always just met Steven.
Okay,
This
okay.
is Steven. This is Steve. You know,
Okay.
it's like one of those kind
But
of
that's
things.
nice. You get to show a little bit more of. Well, I mean, I think a good actor is always just you, no matter what. So it sounds like some of
Right.
you is really getting
Yes,
to come out.
I agree. Absolutely.
And I think they also say that a good actor, you find that the writers will start writing things for you.
as it evolves.
Is it
Right.
coincidental?
Your personality
The
starts
writing
to
and the
come out more.
characters kind of evolve together.
And then your
yeah.
art imitating life.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, so
But it's
that
fun.
airs. So the new season airs September 19th.
Yeah, and we
Okay.
shoot that out in Atlanta. And Tyler's a beast. I mean, we'll shoot a whole 1-hour drama season in 15 shoot days.
What?
Dude.
Yeah,
Okay.
long days. But the way he has it set up, it's so efficient.
Okay.
Like we're shooting 3 cameras. You've got everyone and everybody on set. It's almost going directly from capturing the content into post.
Wow.
And it's almost like
Wow.
this just crazy system he's got going.
And so you're
That's so
fast paced,
efficient.
like not a lot of takes, 3 cameras.
Not a lot takes
Yeah.
3. Yeah, so we're getting wide
So you
shots,
got to be
close-ups,
really good
all that, and just
to not
for
do a lot of takes.
it's a true test because
Sure.
like you'll get thrown like a 7-page scene last minute to like, all right,
Yeah.
we're doing this, and you're like, oh god. But he's also very lenient about not being verbatim off
I love
script.
that.
So it's like as long as you're portraying what is supposed to be coming across, he's like, do it.
Good.
And he writes almost more emotion rather than dialogue, and he trusts his actors to get where it needs to go.
To
So that's
articulate
like an honor
it.
to be
Yeah.
It is
cast by him.
It is. It absolutely is because there's that trust level, which is
Yeah.
huge, and that's the only way anything really truly gets done is through trust. Like,
Anything, especially relationships.
Trust, yeah,
Right.
there we go. See, we're
Romantic
going back.
relationships.
Always.
Full circle.
See how that
Uh-huh.
happens? No, but it really is the basis of most relationships. Friendships, working relationships,
As
loving
soon as the
relationships.
trust is gone, it's just like,
Done.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Okay, so then that obviously, if it's a 15-day shoot, is why you have time to then have other businesses.
Yeah, so I'll be out there in for a month or so, and then we usually shoot 4 days on, 3 days off, because he'll cycle out shooting one of his sitcoms. So we'll go like Monday through Thursday, and then Friday the sitcom will shoot. So we're out there for like 3 to 4 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
you've got the rest of the year to pursue other stuff. Which
That's
is so cool.
what a great job.
Yeah, it's a
That's called
insane
balance.
Gig. Yeah.
There you go. See
Yeah.
how that worked out for
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Because you used to be like a personal trainer and a bartender and doing the things that everyone else used to do.
I
when
did
they were
all
here.
the above.
Yeah, you did all
like
of it,
before
yeah.
I actually started doing that. Literally
You're like a cat with 9
bartending.
lives.
And that's why I wanted to end up having my own tequila or either
That
a
came
bar.
full circle too.
Yeah. I bartended for like 5 years or so.
What
a bunch
bar
of the
were you
stuff.
at in LA?
When I was at 14 before it turned into Hyde.
Okay, I live right by there.
Yeah, I mean a handful. Like
God, yeah.
I worked.
It's a good thing to do. It's a lot. It's why a lot of people in LA do it because that are trying to be actors because like your days are open.
Yeah.
But the ideal situation to audition, but your situation now is the ultimate goal to then shoot something. It kind of takes care of the rest of your year, and then you're able to then do things like this
Yeah.
and surf
Yeah,
and do your
it's-
other things.
It's incredible. I pinch myself and say thank you every day. It's like, wait, is this real?
And
but,
you
but it's still a
started-
hustle. Like you're
Of
still.
course.
I feel if you ever become complacent, then things just will kind of start to fade away. So
Right.
you
Again,
always wanna
in anything.
stay moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Relationships, anything.
Stimulating whatever's going on.
Yeah.
So how did you get involved with Droned? Tell us
Oh.
about
Oh,
that.
yeah, tell us
Because
about
that
that,
sounds
too.
very much up your alley with
Yeah.
like,
Because now not only are you on the front in the front of the camera, but now you're also on drone, but you're behind producing as well, correct?
Exactly. And it goes the same with the tequila company too. I just love creating, and whether it's a business or content that's on a TV or a movie screen. But actually, my buddy Fred Faake, awesome background in PR, turning into an amazing producer, just hustler, super good guy. We were at a house party New Year's Eve, and we were just like, let's make something together. He's like, I want to kind of get out of PR and start producing. This was what he was saying. I was like, all right, let's. Drones are really hot. Let's do something.
Oh
about
my God, I
drones."
love it. That's how you got it. Oh, drones are popular.
Yeah.
Right, it's like,
and then
well,
he's
I
like,
really
yeah,
like shoes.
let's yeah, exactly. He's like, all right, yeah, let's develop something around drones. I'm like, well, shoot, my cousin in Fort Lauderdale has a drone company, so why don't we like maybe, I don't know, pick his brain, figure something out. And that was what really just started it, and then it just morphed from there and
Wow.
turned into what it is.
It all starts with a
today.
brain.
And it's on the Science
Yeah.
Channel.
It was on the Science
Oh,
Channel.
it was.
So
Oh, now it's different. Yeah.
now it's actually it's in 70 territories worldwide.
Wow.
Because
Wow.
we did branded content, so we actually own the library.
Okay.
So with science, what we did was we got approved for the content, and then you buy the airtime. I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying this, but
I think it's fine.
I think it's okay. Not a lot of people know that you can do that, but you can do that. So, and it's a smarter way to do it because you can do branded, so you can organically place companies and brands throughout the content to raise capital for your production costs.
Oh.
And then you can work out a deal with the companies, whether it's like...
So you're doing all the like network work.
Yeah.
That way.
Yeah. And Fred, believe me, Fred did like all the PR when we were on Science Channel. He was like,
It's very convenient to have that in-house.
Yeah.
Wowee.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So you guys really just made this, you did everything like soup to nuts.
Yeah, from behind the camera, in front of the, I was in front of the camera on that one too.
Like
so
a
some
host
days,
type of
yeah,
situation?
so what we did was we actually built a storyline around my cousin's company. So kind of like Fast and Loud, how it revolves around that shop and they're working on cars and going on cool little adventures. We did it around my cousin's company about building the drones, the gigs that they're hired for to use the drones. And we just created 10 episodes and went and shot them.
And then
so we were all over the place. And I ended up being the face of his company because he didn't want to be on camera.
Okay.
And I love drones already.
Convenient.
So I was like, yeah, I'll do it. Let's rock and roll. So I love the techie stuff. I'm a dork, a nerd. Like, it's so fun to learn.
And
all that
some of it
stuff.
could be like extreme situations that you're sort of that came full circle again for you too, with like,
absolutely.
you know, nature, outdoorsy things.
Yes, exactly. So
Awesome.
Yeah,
now you need to
we're
fly
all over
a
the place,
drone
so.
over like an agave field and Tequila.
Yeah.
So
do-
we're going to go back down in February, and we'll definitely be getting
Okay, we'll
some really
come.
cool content. You want to go?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hi.
we could make like it. Let's do it. That'd
Okay.
be
Great.
super fun.
I'm into
Perfect.
it. All right, plan a trip.
I just inserted us
Here
there.
we go. See, we do that.
Do
Awesome.
for the price of two.
3 days in Tequila, and then go to the coast and go surf for 3 days or something.
Okay, I will watch everyone surf.
See, we're also two drunk girls,
Right.
So we had a
You just
show.
got to start getting used to the tequila. 'Cause
I
that's all we'll be
I
doing.
am
I'm
already.
gonna do a sip right now.
committing.
I promise you though, since the Blanco, since you're not a tequila drinker,
Okay,
it's
wait,
gonna
that
be a
is
little
good.
bit-
That is good.
Now that you've mixed it up, and
Yes.
it's had a time to settle.
And
yeah.
this we like to put
Yeah,
bubbles in all the things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
And plus it's-
Low-cal.
right,
and it's
exactly.
tasty.
Not sugary,
Yeah.
but
No
tastes
sugar.
it.
Yes.
If La Croix is like secretly giving people cancer, I will die tomorrow because I drink about 20,000 of these in a day.
Wait, what did we say? That fake talking rain. It was like
Talking
infused
rain
with
is
death.
yeah. I honestly I think also there might be traces of crack cocaine in here because I'm addicted to
The
it.
addiction,
Yeah.
like how
It's
bad.
Coca-Cola truly had Coke in it.
Right.
back in
Dude,
the day.
something's wrong.
I'm never not thirsty. Like it doesn't quench any thirst. I'm like I
This?
need another one.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, no, I know.
Is,
I don't know.
is it heavily carbonated? Because
Kind of.
Yeah, if
you
it's
can. You have
sodium.
one right there. You can try it.
Oh, yeah.
There's
That's for
nothing
you.
in it, and we mix these. We call them LaCroix-tails.
look cocktail.
Yeah.
Although it is,
So they
there's
should
this
probably call
controversy.
us.
They call it LaCroix. It's fucking not
See, you already
pronounced that
created
way.
a branded show.
See,
Yeah, we
what
did.
we did?
Sure did.
LaCroix-tails with.
Remember Wayne's World?
Oh
Yeah.
my God, yeah.
The
With-
Reebok and like
Oh my God.
Pepsi or whatever it was.
Okay, well, we are like, you know, we kind of touched on this with you about like being really busy and like all of your things that you actually have, and being busy is a real thing.
It is.
But do you find that guys, like we kind of touched on it, use it as an excuse? Have you ever
right.
used it as an excuse?
Yeah.
Like, but
Sure.
Well, I'm not
Yesterday.
going to deny. I'm pretty
Because-
open book.
no,
so.
but it's true. I mean, and we've all done it. Like, oh, I got off work late tonight. Like, yes, I
It could
actually
be-
did get off work late.
Right.
But
Right.
we also always say this: it's only far if you don't want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that, and what I wanted to touch on was like, yeah, I'm really busy, but my doors aren't closed. Like,
Okay.
if the right person knocks on the door, yeah, of course I'm going to be available.
And
Well,
then
so
you're-
what is the right person to you?
yeah. What is that? Do you have a type? Do you have
I
any
think we
deal
all-
breakers?
Yeah, they need to be active. I can't
Okay.
have someone that's
Like extreme
sedentary.
sports or
no,
like just
actually,
not
I prefer
at a-
them not to be extreme because I'm also a worrywart for like people I care
Really?
about.
Totally.
Like, yeah, let me put my life on the line. You can just like
Don't surf
yeah,
in Santa
you fly
Clarita.
the drone.
Do not surf in Santa Clarita.
Santa.
Is
wait.
that where people die?
Great White yesterday.
Oh, and San Clemente.
Oh, San Clemente,
Yeah.
that's what it
I
was.
was like, wait, that's
Santa
inland.
Clarita
No.
is like
Yeah, I
not.
thought- I was like, I just drove
Sorry,
by
that's
there.
what
I
I
think
meant.
it's
That's what I
in-
meant.
No, I saw that pretty big one too, like
It's
11
like 10
and 12 feet or
oof.
something. Yeah, I've had a couple shark encounters. Actually, one in Manhattan Beach.
Oh, lovely.
I was surfing just north of the pier. This was last fall, and I was paddling back out, and then I just saw the dorsal breach. I was like, okay, that
Not
was
a
definitely not a dolphin.
Not
yeah,
a
exactly.
dolphin.
So I paddle in. I go to the lifeguard. I'm like, oh, I just saw a white. And he's like, did it bump you or anything? I'm like, no. He's like, okay.
Hello.
I'm like, he's like, we can't do anything unless it like is an aggressive shark. So if it actually
You
touched
can't
me or
warn
molested
people?
me, because I don't think they want to freak people out.
But they should. Have they
Yeah.
not seen Jaws?
They're gonna
Yeah.
wait for someone to get eaten.
Or
But here's
Blue
the best
Crush?
part.
No, that's
Yeah.
not the right movie.
No, it's open water.
Sure.
Or the one where
Yeah.
what's her face got.
That
Bethany,
girl's.
that girl's a freaking legend.
Yeah.
Bethany
See?
Hamilton.
But I don't
Oh my
wanna be a
gosh.
legend.
She's
I wanna
such
be
a role
safer.
model.
No,
Yeah.
totally. But
Yeah.
still, that's scary.
Yeah.
My dad said one time he was, I think it was him or it was a friend, I can't remember, surfing and there was a white and a dolphin came and like
Hit it?
hit it with its
When
nose.
the dolphin
and,
are around, it's like, oh, cool.
Yeah,
You can
because they're
rest
like,
easy.
I
Yeah.
want to
What?
swim with dolphins and kiss their faces. If you, okay, I have a question for you. Be real with me. If you're out in the ocean and the dolphins are like swimming next to you, well, why can't you get out and like try and pet them?
They probably wouldn't let you
But-
because they're moving pretty quickly.
But, like,
I've got
what
some
if-
really cool dolphin stories. if you
Okay,
wanna
yeah,
hear
I want to hear one and like how close you got.
them. Probably the closest one would be I was paddling out. Again, this was actually, I think, at Porto in the South Bay. Paddling out, and I saw the dolphins come, and I swear they come with the waves. Like, whenever there's a set coming, they're kind of surfing the waves along shore.
Oh, nature.
So cute.
And I'm paddling out, and the waves come, and I duck dive.
No.
And I open my eyes. I think most surfers do open their eyes when they duck dive. When I opened them, I saw both dolphins
Stop.
flanking me.
Stop
And I
it.
came out the back of the wave, and they came out
No!
right next to me.
This
I was
sounds-
like, I'm in a SeaWorld show.
Right, music should have also
I
been
would
playing
have died.
fireworks.
I would have
Yeah.
died.
It was
Mickey.
pretty cool. So I would not top it, but another really cool one was up in. I used to live on the Central Coast, and I was in Morro Bay.
Uh-huh.
And we were out surfing there, and there were some adult dolphins, and they had a little baby dolphin like this big, and they would go on their back, so their stomach up, and they would take the baby dolphin in their tail and launch it through the air,
No.
Stop
just
it.
like
I
a
can't.
human
Stop
tosses
it.
their baby.
No,
Stop it.
I was
that's
like,
too
this
much.
is Nat Geo on steroids right now.
I
this
would
is
die.
so cool.
No, that's like when
Yeah.
Disney makes those movies about animals.
Yeah, it really happens.
Yeah.
yeah.
I thought that was some kind of like orchestration.
Dolphins make
Yeah.
me want to cry because I love swimming and I was like a swimmer and a lifeguard and I love being
cool.
underwater and I love. My dad took me surfing and just like was like go and
Too bad you're not a Pisces.
I know I don't know if I have that in me somewhere.
Well, you must rising or something.
Anyway, my dad took me surfing a couple years ago in Malibu, and I grew up in the Bay Area, going to the beach and watching him surf, and it was like not fun. It's freezing, and I was like, Dad,
not really
you
fun
always had to
watching other
drive
people do
by and
stuff.
like listen to the radio and see the waves, or it was just. Then I went to school in San Diego, and all my girlfriends were like, I want to date a surfer. I'm like,
No.
it's not as glamorous as you think, but.
Surfing's pretty selfish. I'm gonna throw us under the bus because
Oh, my mom just pointed at you.
Yeah.
So they're not together anymore. They're friends though.
Surprise.
because it's all about the wave, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All about the way. But he took me like a couple years ago, and he just let me go. I'm like, okay, bye. He paddled off. He was like 400 yards away. I'm sitting on this longboard, like freezing my ass off in Malibu. It was not warm.
With no instructions.
No
How old were you?
instructions.
Were you just a little girl?
It was like it was like 30.
This is like
it was
last
like a
week,
couple
2
years
weeks
ago. It was like a couple years ago because I never surfed because I
Yeah.
was like I don't fucking care. And he
Oh, cool. We
said,
can drop F-bombs
He
on
said
here.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't sure.
He said
Yeah.
he saw me paddling and he was like, oh, she's got this. And well, I'm a swimmer, so it's like I
Well,
know
also,
how to
you go in
fucking
the
paddle.
water, and that's part of it.
I'm like, it feels right. Like it's just like my hands go
Right.
in the right
You want to
motions.
move somewhere, you paddle.
He then from far away just pointed, take that wave. I'm like, oh, I got it, Dad. Ugh, like at that point he was bothering me, trying to tell me from far away, like, oh, now
now
you
you're
want
not
to
helping,
instruct me?
right.
No, I'll fucking get on this wave and show you. And of course I stood up on the first wave and I turned around and looked
And
at
you're
him
like throwing
and
the
I went
bird
like
or
this.
Oh, you threw a shaka? That's probably even more insulting than.
And he was
middle
like,
finger.
and then, yeah. And now I'm a better surfer than my brother. And I made my dad say that. And I'm like, who is better, me or Colby? And he was like, you. I was like, thank you. Goal attained.
That's all you needed.
That's the only time I've ever been surfing.
Well, okay, so meanwhile, we didn't really touch on your type at all, other than
Yes.
you don't
Oh.
want them to be as active as you, but not active.
Yeah.
Yeah, just honestly, that's the number one thing
Okay.
is being sedentary.
Right.
Everything.
That's
else
lazy.
is
So
cool.
is that
Yeah,
so
exactly.
you
Don't
want
like
that,
lazy.
but it's also a deal
and also
breaker.
ambitious too.
Okay.
You know, I don't want. Obviously, I feel like as a man, you want to be able to take care of your significant other, and but I also want to support them too. Like if they've got their dreams, yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
I got you.
Ooh,
You know?
that sounds good.
So-
Okay. All right.
You heard that. You can't find him on a dating app, guys, but
No,
maybe
no
out
dating
somewhere
apps.
where
Real
the,
world.
Would you? But would you ever date a? So you have a dog.
Yeah. Oh, Maverick.
That guy.
Awesome. Australian Shepherd.
Super
he actually
cute.
turns a year this month. August
I saw a
26th.
puppy picture of him.
Yeah, you said
Yeah, I
that. Oh, that's
posted.
real cute.
Yeah, that little guy. That was the first day I saw him. Yeah. I see
We
your
love
pup right
puppies here.
Does
Is
your
he welcome here? If I
Yeah.
get to come back.
Oh my God,
yeah, okay, we'll have
I
to
won't
have you.
ride my motorcycle that time.
Yeah, you'd have to transport him some other way.
Does your dog allow people to maul him, kiss him, and smash his face?
Oh, he's the biggest love bug ever.
That's all that we
Like,
need
he
to
doesn't
do.
have a mean bone in his body. I don't think he knows
Puppies.
how to even growl.
Well,
Yeah.
Mochi could teach him something about
Yes.
that.
A few tricks.
Because
Yeah.
she doesn't know when to stop. Actually, she stopped, but
No.
she, upon meeting somebody, she's like, "Rawr, I'm going to scare you. And also then I'm going to lay in your lap.
There you go.
She's the cutest.
She is the cutest. She's from South Korea, so she came a long way.
Okay.
you serious?
Yeah, she came from
that's so
South Korea.
cool.
Where'd you get your dog from?
Out in Temecula.
Oh.
Yeah, Temecula area.
By
Next,
wine.
next time you come, you got to bring that
Yeah.
guy
Oh,
so we could
he would love
squish
to
him.
be here.
Yeah, and
He'd be
he can
chilling
eat
right here.
Moch.
Yeah.
He could sit on the couch with you.
Yeah.
He would literally just be like, hey.
Okay.
Yeah.
He
Good.
just wants to be a part of whatever it is you're doing.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
so
that's what
cute.
dogs do.
Yeah,
I have
exactly.
a little shadow
Yeah.
wherever I go.
It's cute.
She's
My
cute.
cat is not like that, but
No,
he's a cat.
well, it's a
so,
cat.
You know.
But so we have to play a very quick game with you.
Yes, we do.
Let's do it.
Okay, so it's called I Don't Give a Fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Rhyming with hawk.
Oh.
Yeah.
See what we did there?
Okay, but so basically,
tried.
yeah, there's a bunch of shit going on in the news. And it's like entertainment, it's political, it's relationships, it's all the things. So we want to get to know you a little bit better.
Okay.
And we're gonna list off some stuff that's in the news.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Okay, and you're gonna either say, if you care about it and you find it interesting, you're gonna say gawk, because that's what you would do. You'd gawk at a story.
Okay.
'Cause-
And if
yeah.
you just don't give
A
a
fuck.
Fuck.
you'd say I don't give a
Because you'd be surprised about what you stop and watch
Yeah.
in social media. Like, it surprises me sometimes. Like, why do I care about this? So
And you really don't even give a fuck about it, but
don't.
for some reason it still captures your
So
attention.
we're
I'm down a
Yeah.
rabbit hole, and I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
20 people deep on somebody's family, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't even know how I got.
Why am I doing
yeah.
this?
Why am
Where
I
did the
doing this?
hour just go?
So we want you to be
Scrolling.
candid and tell us if some of these things are really dumb, but you might give a fuck.
We don't know.
Okay.
We'll
Okay.
find out.
Wait, what's
All right.
the one if I don't care?
If you care, you gawk. If you
Gawk.
don't
Oh, gawk.
care, I don't give a fuck.
Gawk is
Yeah.
care.
Okay.
Okay. So Kendall Jenner dating Blake Griffin.
I don't give a fuck.
Not surprised. The Rams coming to LA.
Gawk.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Luann de Lesseps divorce from Tom DiAgostino.
Do you even
I
know
don't
who
give
that
a
is?
fuck, and I don't know who that is.
Housewife.
Reality TV.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's pretty. It's pretty.
I mean, I'm sorry if it sucks for them, but I don't
Yeah.
care. It's their business.
Look, oh, he's so sweet.
I know, that's nice.
Trump TV.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. The Olympics coming to LA.
Gawk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's super cool.
Anna Faris and Chris Pratt splitting up.
I like both of them, so I guess I'll gawk.
Okay.
Even though it's like celebrity
Weird,
gossip,
yeah.
but I think Chris Pratt's awesome. She's hilarious.
You're kind of Chris
actually-
Pratt-esque.
Yeah.
That's a huge compliment, so
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, I think you're kind of that
guy's
too.
killing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
He's
So,
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like
But
a
I mean, again, that's
regular
their
dude.
business.
Like he's a cool dude that does cool shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah,
he
exactly.
seems that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
But again, it's their business, so
Yeah.
it's not really
True.
whatever.
How about Teen Mom?
I don't give a fuck.
How about J-Lo and A-Rod and their social media love?
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what about the Hollywood medium Tyler Henry?
Do you know who that is?
Yeah, I do, and it's cool, but I don't really give a fuck.
Do you believe in psychic mediums?
I don't disbelieve it.
Have you never gone?
If something, I'm open to pretty
Okay.
much everything. So if someone can prove it to me, I'm like, yeah.
So you've never gone?
No, I've never
We've
done
got a girl for you.
Okay.
Sherry.
Sherry. Call.
She's awesome.
Wait. Also, while we're on the topic of weird shit, what is your sign?
Aquarius.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't know the other parts of it, like rising.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
either. I'm a
Yeah,
Libra. Okay.
Yeah. I'm a Capricorn. Surprise.
Okay. Put it
To
all out there, everyone.
Everyone
I wonder
should
what
know.
kind of pairs we'd all be. Okay. Thank you so much for coming in.
Oh, that
We
was
loved
awesome.
having
Yeah,
you
it's
in.
already
This,
done?
Yeah, you come
I
back,
know,
though,
so fast.
with
We'll come
Mav.
back. We could do more.
Okay.
We always
Yeah,
need
I'd
to do
love
2
to.
parts. We always run out of time. But remind everyone where they can find you and what's next for you if there's anything they can look out for.
Oh yeah, I mean, all my social media is just Ryan Haake, RyanHaake. If Loving You Is Wrong at the end of September. Droned actually just got picked up again by Ovation.
Okay.
So that'll be airing on Ovation again.
Okay.
And then our Tequila, you can find it at all of the Total Wine and More throughout the state of California.
Amazing.
And then in the South Bay, we're at like the Strand House, Tin Roof Bistro.
Okay.
Sol Cocina. I always want to say Cocina, like
Yeah.
it's Italian, but
I
it's
know.
Yeah.
Wabi Sabi on Abbot Kinney.
Oh, sweet.
Greenleaf, all the Greenleafs.
Wow.
Didn't realize they had alcohol there.
Yeah, some do and some don't.
Okay.
Down in Huntington, we just are getting into Bungalow at
Wow.
Pacific City, which is super
Nice.
cool. We're also down at Bear Flag in Newport and hopefully the one at Pacific City as
They
well.
have good tacos.
Yeah, Yeah, and then also High Time in Costa Mesa, the liquor store, which
Okay.
is a really cool spot.
Okay.
And I'm sorry if I left anyone out, but we're growing, which is
Okay.
really fun and
That
exciting.
is awesome.
So great.
Yeah.
That's amazing and awesome for you.
I love that you can like write who you were with.
Yeah.
Because also
So
we should
cute.
sign these
We
today.
should.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Oh,
you don't
yeah.
remember things from the night that you had,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
it was awesome. All
Wait,
you know
who
was
I with?
awesome.
Where were we?
Pictures and this bottle will help you put it all together.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
All
Exactly.
right. And don't forget to put it all together and come back next week. We have relationship blogger James Sama in the studio, so come watch. He has a lot of great things to say.
About relationships,
Oh,
guys,
yeah.
because there's never enough.
He's going to tell you how it is.
And guys, keep following us at Complicated Show on all the socials. And don't forget to subscribe to our show, tell a friend, rate 5 stars. Drink your tequila, watch the show. Where can people find
Drink
you,
your
Lauren?
juice, Shelby. You can find me at Lauren Leonelli on all of the socials.
And you can follow me at Jennifer Golden. That is Jennifer with 1 N and 1 F, Lauren.
Yeah,
On all
I'm
the
about to
socials.
give you 1 F in a second with that.
All
It doesn't
right.
make any sense. Okay, guys, thanks so much. We will see you guys next week.
Love you long time.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.